Hey y'all, hey, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Listen, y'all, this whole season of Love is Blind was exhausting. It was a roller coaster. It was unhinged. You hear me? Unhinged. So before I forget, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Please, y'all, like and subscribe, leave comments, whatever have you. Okay. I will respond. Yeah, so let's get back to this shit show of a reunion. I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna be all over the place. I can't go in order because like my brain has been scrambling with just so much processing and information. First things first, let's call Nick and Vanessa to the front of the pulpit, please. Nick and Vanessa, okay? Here you go. Here's a piece of paper. This is your walking papers, because you don't need to come back. You don't need to come back. Time after time, year after year, the fans are pleading with Netflix to fire Nick and Vanessa as fucking reunion hosts. Once again, I thought they would have learned from the last time. Once again, they did not ask the appropriate questions. They did not probe the contestants. And I'm calling this a contestant. I'm calling everybody contestants because this is a game. This is a game show. This is not about finding love, okay? They don't probe the contestants enough. We need more information, and Nick and Vanessa are failing to pry information out of all these bozos. Like, I'm sick of it. They're letting people just skate by. The people who should be questioned and prodded and probed, they're letting them skate by. Number one, the people who we don't care about, they're pressing, or the people who we agree with, they keep pressing and pressing. And then they'll sprinkle in former contestants, which we don't give a fuck about AD and her new teeth. AD's looking good. I admit it. Listen, AD is doing a damn thing. She's in these streets. But her and her new veneers, it looked like she either got a whitening job or some new veneers. Yes, girl, go get it. But we don't care. We don't care about fucking Jessica and from season 1, I think her name is Jessica, with her new husband, who she did not meet on the show, and their cute toddler. Respectfully, F them kids. He's cute, yes, but get off the stage. We don't care. Zach and Bliss, they are constantly on our Instagram feeds showing off their faceless baby. We don't care. We don't care. Then you got Will Smith, who just wanted to be there to show off his freaking facial features, his face reactions. We don't care. I forgot his name. I call him Will Smith. He was engaged, now he's not, and he moved to LA. We don't give a fuck. What we want to know is, Marissa, what's really good with you? And that's who I'm going to go to first. Marissa, what's really good? Marissa was my favorite. Okay? She was my favorite. And now, listen, I love Marissa. I'm questioning her mental health after this reunion. I am questioning, was Ramses right? Like, dare I say? And Ramses cut off the 2 jump ropes. Y'all got to him. I think he cut him off. And you know what? Even though he was dressed like freaking the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, he was looking good though. Ramses is kind of fine. But now I'm starting to think, my brain is turning. Like, did Ramses have a point when he said that Marissa was just too much for him? She's all over the place. I thought in the beginning of the season, didn't Marissa say she has ADHD? So that explains a lot. So during the reunion, okay, Ramses was confronted. Marissa's mom said she wanted to punch him in the throat, which, you know, I mean, I get it. Yeah, she said that to, because she had to pick up the pieces and console her daughter after he broke her heart. But that's not going to help in this situation with the mother threatening and all that. It's really not going to help. Ramses then responded with a word salad. Listen, he may have valid points, but the way he just rambles on and on and on, it just it's all word salad, and it can be construed as bullshit. But you know what? Sometimes you have to let people just reveal themselves. And I think when Ramses was talking, we were like, yeah, whatever. But when Marissa crashed the fuck out, I think everybody on social media was like, what the fuck? Let me find that video, because Marissa, when it was their segment, her and Ramses, she was crying. Her mom was talking about how hurt she was. She was just hurt. She didn't have much to say to Ramses either. I would have been like, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. You broke my heart. You let me. No, she was just quietly kind of sobbing and talking about the heartbreak. Now, let me find something real quick.
And there was one day where I think it just really hit home for me. And I realized and recognized that if I move forward with Marissa, every day I would be in a place where I would feel exhausted and overwhelmed. I don't want to change who she is. She deserves a person and a love that will embrace who she is fully as she is. I just felt that that person couldn't be me.
All right, so we just saw Ramses. Like, I'm trying to understand. It's hard. You know what it is as viewers? It's hard to accept what Ramses says because we are not in the house with Marissa 24/7, right? So she may have very well have a carefully crafted image when she's in front of the cameras, okay? He had to deal with homegirl when the cameras are down. So it sounds like what he's experiencing more than what we are seeing, okay? And I think that was apparent to the audience when it was okay, so let me finish up with Ramses and Marissa. So she basically just talked about how hurt she was. That's all I got from their segment. She's hurt and she's very soft, and he violated her and led her on, and there wasn't much of a confrontation. It was just Ramses telling his piece, Marissa's hurt, the mother threatening Ramses. That's it. So now, all right, now let's go to Nick and Hannah, which was a lengthy segment, and it was just a lot of back and forth. So basically, Hannah was confronted because she's a bitch, and she's a self-proclaimed bitch. All I got from her was, I'm very direct. I'm very direct. I'm very direct. That's all she kept saying, which was stupid. All right. Then now she tells us that the reason she was so hard on Nick is because her ego was hurt. Her ego was bruised because she heard through the grapevine that Nick said she was ugly. I guess he called her a grenade, and from I didn't even know what that meant, but I guess a grenade is just someone who's not attractive, unattractive. So they kept saying, you called her that. All the girls, most of them ganged up on Nick. They said, you called her a grenade. You called her a grenade. You called her a grenade. And he's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. Marissa's sitting there harping on him. Like, Marissa, everyone's problem with Marissa is, why did you not go this hard at Ramses? Why are you going so hard on Nick? And it's the truth. Where was that energy for Ramses? It's because she still has feelings for Ramses. And Ramses must have some stiff penis. He must got the good D, because you could tell Marissa is still torn up about him. And that's why she won't go so hard. I'm telling you, Ramses was blowing Marissa's back out. Because the way that girl sobbed, The way she sobbed when Ramses broke up with her, yes, she already had in her mind that they were going to get married. She already had it in her mind, but I feel like out of all the contestants every season, Marissa was truly blindsided and she took it hard, man. She took it hard. That's the good dick sob. Marissa gave us a good dick sob, and Ramses is unbothered. That's how you know. Listen, Ramses, how you doing, Poppy? So, but she went so hard at Nick. And I listen, we all said it. We all said it. Hannah was giving Quasimodo. Hannah was giving a Hunchback of Notre Dame. She was giving big back, big back. She was not. Hannah is not cute. And word got back to her that Nick thought she was not cute as well. That's why she went and had a glow up like that. Hannah looks phenomenal now. She looks phenomenal. So the one good thing, Hannah, that you could say came out of it was that now your self-esteem must be through the roof, because Hannah was already insecure. That was not Nick's doing. That was not Nick's doing. And she said she was also pissed because he's calling her all kinds of grenades behind her back, but singing her praises to the camera. That's what she was pissed about. Okay, so did you want Nick to be calling you, you freaking Chewbacca all up on the camera to the producers? What do you want, Hannah? Of course he's not going to say, oh, she's this, she looks terrible. He's not going to do that. Number one. Number two, remember, in the beginning of the season, Nick is very conscious about his image. And I was like, why does he care about having sex? And then it all made sense. Listen, y'all, Nick is part Cuban. I think his mother is at least Cuban. I don't know about his dad. Dorca doesn't sound like a Hispanic name. His mother's Cuban. If y'all don't know Latin culture, Latino people, listen, we will be on our best behavior in public, in front of camera. Our parents don't play that. Even at my big age, I would not go on TV acting a plumb fool. My mom would be like, what that family you want? You're shedding a bad light on your family. You're embarrassing your family. So I'm feeling, and Nick has a Latina mother. So I'm feeling that's where it's coming from. So of course Nick is going to be on his best behavior. I guess where he's from too, he's seen as the golden boy, all American. So he has a carefully crafted image. So he's not going to be calling her all types of ugly to her face and to the producers of the show. So they got on him hard. Oh my God. Marissa freaking crashed out on him. And that's why people are pissed at Marissa and calling her all types of fraud and unhinged. So let's pull that video up. All right, so this is where Hannah and Marissa was basically ganging up on Nick. They were the mean girls of the reunion. They freaking double tag teamed him, and it was hella weird because Marissa could have had this energy for Ramses, and we were waiting for it, and she reserved it for Nick, which is beyond me.
Hannah multiple times off camera and since the show's revealed.
Look, I understand you want
Is it real though, Nick? Because how's it real? Because then, okay, we break up, whatever. The only time you've texted me this past 3 years, like, are you going to share the notes production?
No, I actually texted you 3 days ago.
You texted me 3 days ago after some girl's DMing me talking about how you're trying to fly her out for the reunion. Oh.
What do you?
Okay, look at this comment. I literally lost all respect for Marissa for defending Hannah. She instantly became the most hideous woman in the room, second only to Hannah. Exactly. And Hannah didn't say a word during Ramses and Marissa's segment. That says a lot. And they keep calling each other fucking best friends. Y'all don't fucking know each other. Hannah is a Karen. So Hannah is one of those white women who insists that she be the best in the room, the best looking in the room, and everybody bows down to her and nothing wrong can be said about her, which is completely the opposite. I think she was hit with the reality that, yeah, she's blonde hair and blue eyes, but nobody's checking for her like that. And that severely bruised her ego.
You talking about?
Oh, the girls that you've been DMing, they're sending them to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've read them all. So don't act.
But
like
we're
this
not
is
to,
nonsense.
we're not.
I'm gonna speak.
You just
I'm
spoke
gonna speak.
because
Wow.
all of this is your perspective.
I give Nick so much kudos for his restraint. Nick, they were coming at him all reunion. Even some of the men turned against him. Shame on you, Oluwastephen. But then he doubled back too. He makes no sense. I think Stephen blows wherever the wind blows.
And you're trying to shit on me for no reason. I never brought your looks up once. This whole thing is blown out of perspective. I never once mentioned Hannah's looks at all, right? You know, you said your
Are y'all
piece.
really gonna sit here and
That's
like,
not true.
come on.
That's not true.
Ramses?
I talked to you about it.
You talked to Stephen about it, and Stephen talked to me about it.
I didn't
You
talk
have to
to
be
Stephen.
honest. You did. You said not nice things about the way Hannah looked.
I didn't
Hannah has
say
said
that.
shitty shit about you on camera and off camera, and you have also. So just Hannah multiple
See,
times.
look, Marissa. Ou chajak problem al popte la caillou. We have a song in Haiti that says that. Ou chajak problem. You are full of problems. Al popte la caillou. Go clean your house first. Marissa. Are you kidding me? And I think Steven, the women this episode, I'm sorry, they were giving. You know how today everyone's like, oh, masculine energy, masculine. The women were bullies this season. They bullied the men. The men like had their tails tucked in between their legs. And the women were just unhinged this season. Like, what the hell happened? I don't get it at all. And this is where Ramses threw Nick under the bus, your fellow Latiner brother.
Like, everybody messes up. Everybody says things that maybe you regret, but let's keep it 100, man. Like, things were said.
So now Ramses is the sire of truth, talking about let's keep it a buck, let's keep it 100, tell the truth. But you strung Marissa along. So you are not the preferred source for truth telling. Okay. So he looks so downtrodden and beat up. So he's like, all right, I'm done with the stringing along and lying. Let's just all tell the truth. But Nick insists that he did not say anything about Hannah's looks. Nick does admit later on that he said he was underwhelmed by her looks at the reveal. You know what? People have preferences. Someone can be handsome. It doesn't mean she's ugly. It's just that's not his cup of tea. I don't get it. And I remember Hannah didn't find him attractive either. I don't understand what's going on here.
Like, this is nothing, like, it's not a dig against you, but like, it's, this is the moment to take accountability. Like, we're not perfect.
Yeah, I said I was underwhelmed when I saw Hannah at the review.
Yeah.
I never said she was a grenade.
He never said she was a grenade. He said he was underwhelmed. Okay. Listen, we could be underwhelmed by a lot of people. I don't see a problem in him being underwhelmed. Okay.
Number 5 out of 10. Okay.
Why did she invite me over a month after the show to hang
Because
out?
we're all human. I was stuck in that van. Like we all do.
Now look, Marissa. This is the part where I realized Marissa is unhinged. Marissa has no couth. Marissa is dick crazy. This is the part where I'm like, Ramses must have that stiff dick, because now she just crashed out and said, so basically Nick is saying, okay, if she hates me so much, why the fuck did she invite me over a month after we broke up? Marissa says, so what? We all make mistakes. We're humans. I was fucking Ramses for a month afterwards, after he broke up with me. Marissa, this is the problem. This is Marissa's red flag. This is Marissa's red flag. The dude broke up with you, broke off your engagement. You guys had disagreements about birth control, about your career. He strung you along, disappointed your family, basically to embarrass you on national TV. And you go back and you were still fucking with him. You sobbed on national television. You begged him and asked him, "Are you sure?" This nigga said no. And then afterwards, you were still fucking him. My mother would disown me. My mother, you know why? And I'm saying my not even, listen, my dad, first of all, I would be so embarrassed if my dad knew that I did something so desperate. My mother would have been like, that is, oh my, she would be like, oh, how dreadful. Oh, what a common whore. What a shame. 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 Don't you have value in yourself? Don't you value yourself as a woman? You need to carry yourself with pride. Act like you have some kind of self-worth. Those are the words that would echo in my mind. I would never look at the look on Marissa's mother's face. Look, Marissa's mom's face is saying, after all of that, I was freaking about to smack homeboy for you. I comforted you, and you went back like a scallywag. Look at her mom's face. Shame. Shame. Listen, ladies, anybody out there with daughters, this is what not to do. When a nigga disappoints you and just turns and flips on you, breaks up with you, makes you cry and sob, I don't care how good this nigga could lay the pipe down. The door is closed. Have some self-restraint and self-control. The door is closed. I bet you Ramses has no respect for her because he it's too easy for him. Oh my God.
It's a breakup. Is she really? I invited you back because you have sex with my time to make sure.
And she's cheesy.
The type of person I was. She wanted to hang out with me.
She was insecure. Clearly, she was being a bitch. You had your issues. You were being
It's not.
fucking fake.
Her insecurities were getting projected on me
Yes,
throughout
you're
the entire
right.
show.
And you're right, but you also were not being 100% honest.
But you're also making me feel insecure. I do admit that.
By
Like, I
what?
do
You
that.
both.
Hannah can speak for herself. This is what pissed everybody off. Well, okay, so was this her practice for the bar exam? Is she her lawyer now? This is the wrong case for you to try, Marissa. The wrong case.
Way. Like, just
I know. I do
What?
that.
we know. Yes, you were wrong. You were fucking wrong.
Like everybody messes up. Everybody says things that
That was terrible. So basically, Nick, all he did was fess up to say he was underwhelmed, and nothing's wrong with that. We were all underwhelmed by Hannah. I think we all were, and that's why she probably grew to be underwhelmed with herself, and then she went and got a glow up. So good for her. But Marissa, shame on you. Everybody is crashing out on TikTok now over Marissa because Marissa, it's not looking good. Absolutely not. All right. So now who do we go over to? All right. So we have freaking fraud, aka Tyler and Ashley. Listen, this is another one. Everybody was rooting for Tyler and Ashley. From the beginning, Ashley was one of the favorite ones. She was one of the darlings. And now people see her as delusional. Now people see her as basically she's aiding and abetting in the deadbeat dadness of her husband Tyler. Because come to find out, fucking Ashley knew about everything basically. So they get asked, they touch on the topic. So Ashley says she knew everything, and now that she is blockiana, she blocking people left and right. She said she ran a background check on Tyler. Really? So if you ran a background check on Tyler, which we all would see, we all saw the birth certificates. His name is on the birth certificates. We saw pictures. We saw, just a lot of evidence, and I'm pretty sure she saw what we all saw, if not more. And you still stuck with this guy? You're not even asking, why aren't you spending time with the kids as much anymore? I'm questioning Ashley now. And a lot of people are getting on Ashley. A lot.
People who do know there are two sides to a story. There are a lot of people who do know that not everything is black and white, especially when it comes to donating your genetics to a friend or to
donating your genetics to a friend. This is what those children are reduced to now. Donating your children. Donating your genetics to a friend. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
a family member. But I did feel like this is something that I needed to disclose to kind of like shut it down. So yes, I knew. And he's like, you guys called me intelligent and like poised and all these things, but now I'm blind. I mean, love is blind, but I'm not blind.
Not that
like,
blind,
of course,
yeah.
not that blind. Let's be clear. And of course, I did a background on this man when I first met him. Like, you know,
Okay.
like right when I got my phone back in Arlington, I hit up my godbrother and we literally did a deep dive. That's what I do. My friends called me to investigate everything.
Sperm donors don't pay child support. Exactly, Ashley. Why is he in court for child support? Why does he owe $30,000 in child support, Ashley? Why?
I'm better than any fake ass TikTok journalist out there. Like, you can't tell me anything I don't know. Now, had I seen all of the pictures? No. Once I got a full view of what I needed to, and I spoke to his friends and spoke to his family, that's what I needed for my own personal reassurance. And from there, it was a come what may mindset of like, whatever comes after we're married, it's hand in hand. And I'm choosing you and I'm choosing all of you because we all come with shit, right? And there are a lot of people who do know there are two sides to a story. There are a lot of people who do know.
All right. So that's her take. Now let me see if I can get a clip from the reunion and all the word vomit, the word salad that it was mostly Ashley talking and that Ashley fed us.
Something he never wanted to share on camera. I just didn't feel like it would be an authentic experience or that I could continue the experience if we didn't, because I know me, I cannot hide my facial expression. So I think there would have been a disconnect and the viewers would have noticed, my friends would have noticed when he went to meet them. So I told him in some capacity, we have to talk about this. And, you know, there were things he was comfortable sharing and things he wasn't. For example, one time I asked him, I said, do they know what you look like? He's like, I don't think so. You can tell. He was saying that. Yeah. So of course he divulged that information.
Do the kids know what you look like?
I don't think so.
Something he never wanted to share.
So basically we see Ashley here admitting that they freaking rehearsed and made up all of this on camera talk about the kids. So she knew. So basically we were sitting here feeling bad for Ashley when he was like, oh, I don't think so. Or when she asked him, do you know what the kids look like? Ashley was in on it. Ashley was in on it. And now the credibility of the show to me now is shot. It's shot. We don't know what to believe now anymore. It's all bullshit. Now they're talking about how they're handling all the criticism.
How are we handling the outside judgment about Tyler's past? We are blocking people. I have added blocking to my resume.
You know, I learned to compromise. At first, I didn't know how to compromise in relationships, but the outside judgment, we're handling it through each other. We're leaning on each other. We're talking to each other, and we are here for each other.
We just want to make sure that any outside noise doesn't affect us long term, although it is annoying. Turning off comments if we have to, and remembering why we fell in love.
Wow. Like, I feel like Ashley was just trying to get whatever she can get. Tyler is maybe to her, and you know, a lot of people, a handsome man. He seems like he's tall, handsome, biracial man, and Ashley's just happy to be here, right? She's happy to be married, no matter whatever faults he may have. Like, I don't know, man. A lot of people are calling Ashley a bird. A bird. It's giving delusional. It's giving, you know, Marissa would have been in this too. if Ramses just went through it with her and got me. So I give Ramses that. I give him that. Um, man, I'm curious to see what happens to them in a couple years with Ashley and Tyler. I'm very curious to see those poor kids. And you can tell he tried to distance himself from the kids by saying those kids. How do you spend time with kids? They are yours genetically. I can't, even if you donated sperm, just the fact of me knowing that those kids are half mine, like they carry my DNA, I could never refer to them as those kids. Like that is an abomination. I'm sorry. That is wild. You do not have a heart. Like that is crazy. And I can see Ashley like directing him too. Listen, Tyler's at her mercy now. They have a lot of publicity. They're in the spotlight, and Ashley, I think he's writing off of Ashley's kind of somewhat of a good name and leaning on Ashley to freaking shut people down and shut it down. Mm, mm, mm. All right, so let's put that to. I'm done with Ashley and lying Tyler. I wish them the best. We'll check back with them in a couple years. So now let's move on to Tim and Alex, which was another. Oh my God, the toxicity this season. I cannot. Everyone had a problem. Almost everyone except for Garrett and Taylor. Everybody had a problem. And this is the state of dating now. This is the state of dating. So in this video, we're going to see, this is hilarious. This was basically Tim's facial reactions the whole time. Listen, Tim was insufferable during their segment. So the background, Tim and Alex, they fell in love. I really feel like Tim trauma bonded with Alex. He is so serious all the time. Alex is more of a carefree, she's like a bird and she likes to fly away. She's more laid back. Tim is straight laced. That already, might not work for some people. Also, he's very structured where she's not. Okay. Then he likes to joke around. Alex gets annoyed sometimes, but she said that's how she is. It doesn't mean that she didn't love him. Alex always says she loved him, but nothing was ever enough for Tim. And I saw that from the beginning. There are some men, like, they want you to do things a certain way. Nothing you do is enough. They want you to just play a certain role in their life. It doesn't mean they love you. They just see you as a means to what they want to accomplish in life. And that's what I think Tim saw in Alex. He fucking kept trauma bonding about his two sisters that have passed away. Okay, you need to move on. You're still on earth living life. You can't keep harping on it because it will affect your relationships. His sisters, I don't know if they were soft-spoken and just very different. I think he was trying to capture his sister's essence and Alex is just she's a different type of chick, a different type of Black girl. She's about self-motivated, doing what's best for her. She's a freaking, self-made woman. She's an influencer. She's a daddy's girl. Listen, she's not whatever Tim wants. It's not what Alex is. And Tim felt like she wasn't reciprocating. He wants a woman to be hanging on his every word, to be submissive. Alex is not that. And then that turned into hatred for Alex from Tim. Tim hated her. Hated her. And I think when his carefully crafted image was unfolding and was being destroyed by Alex, he grew unhinged. Tim is a narcissist. He is. He is a covert narcissist because they have an image of themselves that they present to the world that they try to uphold. And when that starts to crumble, oh, they turn sinister. They turn like violent, dangerous, sinister. And I can see that gleam in his eyes. The control he had, the narrative he has created around his image began to crumble, and he was angry. He was angry. Now let's see. I don't want to play too much because they be acting up.
Do you regret maybe some of the ways you handled that day?
So what unfortunately wasn't shown is
Now look at Tim's reaction.
Fashion, I bartend, and that night I had to bartend for the first time. We were with his parents at like 11 a.m. until about 7 p.m. and I had to work.
Okay, he's shaking his head, but what if she is telling the truth? They were together for hours. The thing is, when you tell the truth about these type of men, they resent it. They don't want that out. They only want their portrayal of you out.
At 9 p.m. at the bar till 3 a.m. And I simply wanted a nap after we had lunch. We talked for like 4 or 5 hours. And I literally just wanted 1 hour nap before.
Look at him pouting. All she's saying is they talked for 4 to 5 hours.
I go into work. That's all it was. It was the only time that I actually bartended during our entire relationship.
Okay. Well, Tim, I know I speak for a lot of us who watched it
on stage. Why is he so angry?
One of the most touching moments in the entire season was watching you ask Alex's father for his blessing. And a lot of us are also having a hard time understanding how you did that, but then called it quits a few days later.
The engagement ended because I felt like the level of respect that I was given wasn't being given in return. Every day in this process feels like a week. What we bonded over most was how much we love our family. The entire time we met, she wanted me to show her father some respect and love, and I wanted to respect and love my fiance. So she asked me, and I showed up for her family because I thought this was going to be my family. I was trying to give this my all because I loved this woman, and I meant that. I felt like when it was my turn, it wasn't returned. And she said she has to work, which is fine. I get it. Everybody makes a living. She didn't mention that she was in the club till 4 a.m. the night before. She didn't mention that the day after that, she didn't text me till 10 a.m. And the day I tried to warn her about her flat tire, she called a flat tire, even though I tried to tell her about her prior tire pressure. I'm trying to show love all day. And you wait until the afternoon to try to speak to me. When you say we always have to talk on your terms, I've been waiting all day to hear from you. You didn't even let me know you made it home. And you're supposed to be my fiance. So I'm not even worried about accountability. I'm just worried about your safety.
Okay, Alex, you were, while he was talking, shaking your head, looking over.
There's just so many things that have been said that are bold-faced lies. First off, the first thing is...
So she's saying he lied. It sounds like he got some of his information mixed up because now let's look at him. He's very emotional. When you're emotional like that, you're not going to get your facts straight. You know why? Because he is fighting for his life, trying to maintain his image in the public eye. Now look at him unraveling. Look at his face. Look at the faces. Alex is very calm, put together, and measured, and very cerebral. Alex is looking like Ramses now. Alex caught a lot of flack during the season. Now we're seeing the other party being unhinged. Now, the only thing I give Tim is yes, he showed up for her family. Everything she asked, he did. He cooked for her family, which you're not going to find a lot of men who will cook at all to begin with. And then he had to propose again or ask her father for her hand in marriage, which is proper. It's customary. If it were me, I can't get engaged like that. The man has to go ask my dad first. I can't pop up in front of my parents and say, I'm engaged. Absolutely not. So Alex comes from that same philosophy as well. He did. She had to work when it was time to meet his parents, and he's upset. What he should have done, and they should have communicated more and say, listen, Alex has to work. He just spoke to his family and said, Alex had to work. I'm sorry, this was pre-planned. She has to go to work. Talk to your family. Don't use that as a reason to accuse her of not caring for you, not caring for your family, not dishing it out the same way you did, because she had to work. I mean, I can understand if she made plans knowing that she was going to meet with your family. No, she had to go to work. That's different. But he doesn't like her, and he used this as a reason to shit on her. I firmly believe that. Look at his face.
I was not out the night before. We went to dinner at Mi Vida the night before. And then
before we met your dad, you were in the club till 4 in the morning.
Before I met your parents. Before I met your parents, we went to dinner, which is what you were just speaking on. You said I just showed up like nothing. So
the night before we met your dad?
Can I speak?
You're saying I'm lying and making something up.
Can I speak? Thank you.
Listen, Alex, this was a bar. Can I speak? Can I speak? Because if you remember when he was trying to act all measured and act all, controlled, and he was spewing stuff, just allegations at Alex, and Alex was like, where the fuck is this coming from? When she tried to speak her mind and defend herself, he said the same thing to her. Can I speak? Can I speak? Right? So now he got a taste of his own medicine and he doesn't like it. It don't feel so good going down. You did the same thing to her, Tim.
When we went to meet your family.
Look how everybody's so intense.
And if you see that I look a little upset, it's because I was. The night before, when we went to dinner, which was the same day that he met my family, I was asking him, how do you feel? Where's your head at? I'm so thankful you read that beautiful letter to my dad. It was a very emotional day, all the things. And he answered that he had doubts. And I just was kind of taken back because I'm just like, how do you do that whole performance and then say, I have doubts? My dad shook your hand and said,
that is true. He pulled a Ramses, led her on. He led Alex on. He was looking for a reason. Like, Tim, why would you propose and write a beautiful letter and then a few hours say you have doubts a few hours later? It doesn't make sense. This is the shit that I was talking about. Men will go through all of the motions. And if they don't get their shit together or snap into it, they will go all the way to marriage. They will. Because why do all that? Why put on a show and a charade? But you still had doubts. But I think sometimes the show makes them keep going. I don't know. I really don't know what the reason is.
I accept you as my son. And 3 hours later, you say, I have doubts. Why? And then a day after that, we're ending an engagement. Why even get him involved? You know how much that meant to me.
She's putting his feet to the fire and he's so angry. And I still don't understand where this anger. Tim acts like he's so level-headed. He is inarticulate because I still don't. It cannot be from the meeting. That's the whole point. It can't be from her not showing his family the same treatment that he did to her family, because even before Alex met his parents, he said he had doubts. What is it, Tim? You're just a woman hater. You are a woman hater.
You already had these doubts. And if you had these doubts, why did we meet my family? That's what I had an issue with. And to sit here and try to be like, oh, I have so much respect for you. But you broke up with me because of allegedly a nap or I didn't do the dishes. The hate that you...
It's true. She didn't do the dishes. That was one time after he cooked for her family. She went and took a nap. She's tired. She has to go to work. But that is very, that is he was overreacting over such small and minute situations. It still doesn't make sense. And that's why they went around in circles in this segment where finally Vanessa and Nick were like, we ain't getting nowhere with this. Y'all need to go handle it somewhere else because it still doesn't make sense. And it's all Tim. It is all Tim.
Projected onto me on that breakup was mind-blowing. It's like I killed your dog. It felt like this was a situation for you to have it out, and you took it and ran with it.
Thank you.
So what was this? Really?
That's exactly what I said. It was a situation where he was looking for anything to escape. And the thing is, he was looking, listen to this, y'all. He was looking for different things that he thought would amount to Alex looking inept and incapable of being a wife, so he doesn't look bad. Y'all see that? He was picking on her to make her seem and look unsuitable. So he escapes intact with his image intact. But now at this reunion, and I'm happy that it came out like this, he's the one that looks like an asshole.
Relationship real? Like, do you have respect for me? Because I don't feel like you do.
First of all, you wonder why I don't talk to you, but you sit here and call me a bitch to my face.
You laugh at everything that she says.
Oh my God.
You literally have been laughing at everything she says. That's disrespectful. You have no room to call her disrespectful.
Because she's
I'm
not,
sorry.
She is telling, look, I get it. This is your version of the truth. But I feel very
See
attacked.
how dismissive. This is your version of the truth. No, that is her truth. That's if she stated facts. No, I went to sleep at this time. No, I had to go to work. That's not anyone's version. Those are facts. But narcissists like to use terms like your version of the truth to make it seem like, no, their version is the truth and yours is just your version.
Where it's like you're saying that I didn't do something honestly, when again this entire time you were asking me to do everything I can for your family. So I did it, and I don't feel like I was getting anything in return. That entire week I am telling you, hey, can we work on this? Hey, can we work on this? Can we work on this? We can work on this. And I felt like I was getting nothing in return.
Why would
we
I
were
want
still
to meet
doing
your parents
work
when you just told me you had doubts after you played in my dad's face?
How did I play in his face?
You played in his face.
What was
you
the
said
joke
you
about
wanted
that?
to be with me, and you had doubts the entire time. That was a bold
And then
lie.
and then you fell asleep
Is it safe
on my
to say,
parents.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Fall asleep. See, there he goes. Did y'all see that? Did you guys see that? She called him out. This is what I hate about these fucking narcissists. She called him out and spoke facts and said, you played in my dad's face by giving him a letter and acting like you were so into me and wanting to get married. And then a few hours later, you had doubts. Those are not her version of the truth. Those are facts. He had doubts a few hours after asking her dad for her hand in marriage. Then look at what he says. Then he says, you fell asleep on my parents. You see what he did right there? Do you see what he did right there? He again threw out allegations, false allegations, when she told you guys were talking 5 hours. She needed a 1 hour nap before she went to work. But he ignored the talking to my parents for 4 or 5 hours and needing to go to work and just went straight to the nap. Tim is dangerous, y'all. Tim is dangerous, narcissist. And I'm getting triggered because I have fucking been through this. I'm over it. I'm over this segment. Next case.
I think we are all dying to know what exactly was in those sleep test results.
In the sleep test results?
Yeah.
I have sleep apnea.
Are you on the CPAP?
No, I got cleared for one, but unfortunately,
Steven, tell us what was in the text.
I think we are all
Okay, so now Stefan and Monica, this was much ado about nothing. I don't care about we're not going to find out what was in the text. What did he say? He gave some bombastic excuse, you know, some random chick. It was a one-time message, and not Tim. Stephen was just apologizing. He wrote Monica a letter. Monica accused him of only writing the letter so that he can mention it at the reunion. He insists no, she insists yes. A lot of back and forth. It was listen, this was doomed from the beginning because this nigga told you right before, and we all got on Monica for this. He told you he's been emotionally he's an emotional cheater in the past. He's been emotionally unfaithful in his past relationships. That was a red flag to me. But she's Monica, in your freaking desperation, we're like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Well, bitch, it's not okay. Then why'd you break up with him if it was okay? Stephen is not ready for a relationship. Stephen has fetishes. He has issues. Whenever he feels insecure, he goes and finds solace elsewhere. That's just how he is. He goes and seeks comfort in the arms and in the DMs of other women. Stephen is not ready for a relationship. And he's a fast talker. He talks too much. He's gregarious. He's another word salad aficionado. Stephen is not about that love life. I don't know why he came on this show. Man, I'm telling you, this was an exhausting freaking reunion. So, okay, in the end, now who did we not get to? We got to the major oh yeah, Leo. The only normal people were Leo and Brittany, and they again talked about their relationship or lack thereof. They went to Miami and they realized they weren't going to work out, and that's it. But they're still dear friends to this day. How beautiful is that? Beautiful. Case closed. No drama, drama free. It didn't work out. Listen, no harm, no foul. There was no mudslinging and freaking grenades and freaking fetishes and what does Stephen like again? There was no pegging, blowing backs out, and it's just you didn't talk to my parents. You went to sleep. You went to work. You went to sleep. How dare you? And Ramses getting punched in the throat. And Nicky D fucking writing a letter. That was another thing. Nicky D wrote a freaking, he made a dream board, a vision board, and put "Love is Blind," and they tried to use that against it. What? Oh my God. What a sham of a season. Oh yeah, Garrett and Taylor are still together. Whatever. But dare I say, Garrett got a little sassy too. Whenever they were, I don't know if Garrett was a little salty because they didn't harp on him and Taylor that much. They didn't, because a lot of the focus was on the drama. So when they turned to him, it was like, "What do you think about this whole Ramses or Alex or whatever?" He was like, "Honestly, I think we need to move on. This is all immature, and the focus is not on me and Taylor." Because honestly, they were a cookie cutter couple. Nobody cares. We're here for the drama and the lies. The lies. That's what we're here for. Anywho, I wish everyone the best. Their 15 minutes of fame, I hope that they're able to get what they need from it, because it's about to be over. We got a whole new crew coming in February, Valentine's Day, season 8, which takes place in Minneapolis. Let's see. I don't know if Nick and Vanessa are still hosting. I'm not watching. Let me go sign that petition real quick. Oh, guys. Anyways, so story developing. I don't know if I'm going to post anything about this season. It's just too exhausting and I'm over it. There's still drama online, but I don't know. We'll see. If it's juicy enough, I may post it.